November 24, 2017, 12:39 p.m. Last updated November 24, 2017, 12:39 p.m. President Donald Trump spoke at 4C against a terror attack on a mosque in Egypt on Friday. At least 230 people were killed when terrorists detonated a bomb and gunned down worshippers in the North Sinai region. Horrible and cowardly terrorist attack on innocent and defenseless worshippers in Egypt, Trump wrote on Twitter. The world cannot tolerate terrorism. We must defeat them militarily and discredit the extremist ideology that forms the basis of their existence, he wrote. Horrible and cowardly terrorist attack on innocent and defenseless worshippers in Egypt. The world cannot tolerate terrorism. We must defeat them militarily and discredit the extremist ideology that forms the basis of their existence. Donald J. Trump at Real Donald Trump. November 24, 2017. Since coming to office in January, Trump has taken a strong stance against extremists and terrorism. In response to the most recent terror attack on U.S. soil, in New York on October 31, Trump said that, "We're so politically correct that we're afraid to do anything. We have to get tough, we have to get smart, we have to do what's right to protect our citizens," he said on November 1. Egyptians gather around bodies following a gun and bombing attack at the Rawda Mosque in North Sinai, Egypt, on November 24, 2017. Stringer FBGT images. White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders, in a statement following the attack in Egypt, called on the international community to strengthen its efforts to defeat terrorist groups. There can be no tolerance for barbaric groups that claim to act in the name of a faith but attack houses of worship and murder the innocent and defenseless while at prayer, she said. No group immediately claimed responsibility for the attack in Egypt, but since 2013 security forces there have battled a stubborn ISIS affiliate in the mainly desert region of Sinai. The militants have killed hundreds of police and soldiers. Worshippers were finishing Friday prayers at the mosque when a bomb exploded, witnesses said. Around 40 gunmen set up positions outside the mosque with jeeps and opened fire from different directions as people tried to escape. State media showed images of bloodied victims and bodies covered in blankets inside the Al Rawda Mosque in Bir Al Abed, west of El Arish, the main city in North Sinai. The public prosecutor's office said in a statement 235 people had been killed and 109 more wounded. View of the Rawda Mosque after a gun and bombing attack on November 24, 2017. Stringer FBGT images. Hours after the attack, Egypt's military launched airstrikes on targets in mountainous areas around Bir Al Abed, security sources and witnesses said. What is happening is an attempt to stop us from our efforts in the fight against terrorism, to destroy our efforts to stop the terrible criminal plan that aims to destroy what is left of our region, Egypt's President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi said. Arabian news channel and some local sources said some of the worshippers were Sufis, whom groups such as ISIS consider targets because they revere saints and shrines, which for Islamists is tantamount to idolatry. The jihadists have also attacked local tribes and their militias, branding them traitors for working with the army and police. Egypt's President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi at a press conference in Paris on October 24, 2017. Philippe Ouages FBGT images. The Sinai branch is one of Islamic State's surviving branches following the collapse of its self-declared caliphate in Syria and Iraq after military defeats by U.S.-backed forces. Sisi, a former armed forces commander who presents himself as a bulwark against Islamist militancy, convened an emergency meeting with his defense and interior ministers and intelligence chiefs soon after the attack. Security has long been one of the key sources of public support for the former general, who is expected to run for re-election for another four-year term early next year. Reuters contributed to this report. If you enjoyed reading this article, support our independent journalism by sharing it on social media. Share, tweet, share, email.